Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my friends all across the globe today. My name is Leaf, and as always, it is so wonderful to have you guys here once again. Especially for now, we are starting a new little mini-series, I guess you could say. We're doing top 10s. Heck yeah, I love doing top 10s, especially with you guys. And of course, I encourage you guys to post your own top 10s right down below. Love seeing that kind of stuff. But without further ado, our intro is over and we are jumping right into the top 10 animals that need to be redone in terms of Planet Zoo. Of course, real life, that's a whole other story. In fact, I think guinea hogs definitely do deserve a little bit of a remake themselves. But for the time being, we're just gonna keep this in Planet Zoo, okay? So number 1 on our list, well, I guess number 10, yeah, we're gonna go backwards, the Nile monitor. Now, of course, Frontier does an amazing job with the reptiles. That much can be said as truth. But the Nile monitor, I don't know how to feel about this one, guys. I know a lot of people tend to like it, but of course I do have my own personal issues with it. For example, it just feels too green, too yellow. It just feels way too colorful for a real Nile monitor. Of course, if you look at real pictures of Nile monitors, they are much more muted, they're much less saturated, and of course the patterns are a lot more defined. Of course, the Planet Zoo one is cartoony and a little bit stylized, of course, but I would love to see Frontier remake this one. Moving after that, this one, I know you guys probably would have thought that this would have been number 1 on the list, but guess what? In number 9, it is the Malayan tapir. Now, of course, you guys know how much I love my Malayan tapirs, and you guys know how much my heart breaks that Frontier would do them such a disservice by not even acknowledging the proper trunk size, the proper body size, proportions. But of course, I still would love to see these guys get remade sometime in the future. But I will say it's already a wonderful thing that our modders exist. They have already taken into account the Malayan Tapir remaster. If you guys not have seen that just yet, definitely do check it out. But of course, that is just number 9 on our list. Number 8. The spotted hyena. Yes, hyena friends, all of you in the comment sections down below, rejoice, I did not forget about this beauty over here. So of course, the hyena is such a beautiful, unique creature. The spotted hyena usually isn't my favorite one. I definitely love the striped hyena so much more, but I still believe that the spotted hyena deserves so much more love, and especially with its model looking bleh. I would love for it to be remastered. Already we have seen so many people remaster this guy, and for good reason. The original model just doesn't live up to the true beauty that these animals actually have in real life. That's not to even mention the animations and walking cycles of them is much more akin to dogs, which, you know, it's not really demonstrated in-game all that well, but I would love to see a entire revamp for these guys sometime in the future. Moving on from that, we also have the chimpanzee. Now this one, it's a little bit more of a controversial take, but I feel like our simian brothers, you know, we share so much with them, but you know what? They got shafted. Meanwhile, we didn't. But you know what? I believe that the chimpanzee does deserve a little bit more love and a little bit more of a rework on them. Primates are extremely difficult to get right, but Frontier has proven to do it in the past. The proboscis monkey in particular is one of the best mods. And of course, not mods, wow, oh my gosh. One of the best animals ever added for Frontier. And I believe that their primate skills have gotten all the more better, so I would love to see them circle back to the chimpanzee itself. Now, sitting at number 6 on our list is the timber wolf. Now, what the hell is a timber wolf? I don't even know. It's not even a specific species. This remake requires so much more than just a little bit of TLC on the model and texture. It requires a whole ass name change. Of course, I would love to see Frontier address the issue with the name sometime in the future. Maybe for 1.8, I would love to see them give that the old African bush elephant treatment, give it the old North Sulawesi Babirusa treatment. But of course, that's not even touching upon the model. The model itself, it does not look the best. It looks way too cartoony and way too stylized for my personal taste. In fact, I don't really think that this one is at all good. I really wish the Timberwolf would get a beautiful remake by Frontier, because as it would have, wolves are quickly and swiftly becoming some of my favorite animals in real life, and I would love to see Frontier really hammer down the true beauty of these creatures. And of course, moving on from there, we are sitting at nice number 5 with the Himalayan brown bear. Now, of course, this is one of my least favorite animals in the game. It is probably one of the most useless animals in the game. No zoo has a Himalayan brown bear in captivity, but still, we get it nonetheless. I guess that's fine. But of course, this model doesn't even look like a Himalayan brown bear. It looks like a grizzly bear. Himalayan brown bears have this beautiful cinnamon coat with them. They have these beautiful fluffy ears that, you know what? Gaboy has actually made a beautiful remaster, if you guys have not already seen it, that really does capture the true beauty of these animals. And if Frontier were to redo any one of our cuddly friends, it's this big old teddy bear right here. Give this guy a little bit of love, guys. But of course, moving on from that, we are sitting at number 4 on our list with the saltwater crocodile. Now, the saltwater crocodile, many people tend to think that Frontier does an amazing job with reptiles. The saltwater crocodile does not look like a saltwater crocodile, I hate to say, but these guys are blue and they're kind of gross. But still, moving on from that, I would love to see them remaster these guys. We know how amazing Frontier has gotten with their reptile care, with their reptile management and stuff like that. I would love to see them go back and individually make some scoots on these guys. They don't even have individual scoots. Can you believe that? That's a little ridiculous. But of course, moving on from there, we're still staying in the good old land of Aussie with the Queensland koala. Now, the koala, I know a lot of people love it. A lot of people think it's cute. But when you actually compare these koalas in-game to real koalas, they look like a plush come to life. I would love to see Frontier rework the koalas. More than anything, they're my personal favorites on this list that I feel like can be done realistically. But of course, what am I to judge? Just go get a remaster. Now, of course, moving on from there, number 2, the Bornean orangutan. Guys, I'm sorry, but that's a gorilla. That is a Cheeto dust gorilla. Now, of course, the orangutan is one of my favorite primates ever. They're beautiful. I love seeing them in Tampa Zoo. But, of course, Frontier does not truly do them the justice that they deserve. Now, the orangutans, they're swift, agile climbers. They're such wonderful creatures, and I would love to see Frontier completely rework these animations, everything from the ground up. Because as it stands, they're just orange gorillas, and I do not like that all that much. And of course, saving our last spot on this list is the West African lion. Yes, I know this has caused quite a bit of controversy in the subreddit over the past weekend, but you know what? I really do think that these guys deserve a remake. Havoc and Gaboy have been carrying us on their backs. They're starting to get chiropractor appointments because of how much they're carrying all this game on their backs. I would definitely love to see Frontier go back and rework these beautiful big cats nonetheless, because as it stands, they are the poster child of this entire game, and I would love to see them redone. But of course, with that being said, that is our wonderful top 10 list. Definitely do let me know what you guys have down in the comments below. I am very interested to see which ones of yours are the pet peeves. But of course, with that being said, I will see you guys all in the next video. Take care, and I hope you guys all have the most wonderful of wonderful days. Bye-bye now.